Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's got a first down past the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards on the ground. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Gun. Mike 50, Mike 50. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Newton on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go. White 33. Mike 54. Here we go.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
45. We ain't giving them nothing to do. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 45 is the mic. 44.
First down, Bridgewater.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
54 Mike. Check. Walk 54.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw. But it misses the target, incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check back 45. Check back 45. Go, D. Let's go. 45.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's checking. 20.
They fake the give. Newton. He completes it to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
20.
They hand off to their big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
I'm here all day.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this throw caught left side and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Go. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You ain't going nowhere. 45. 45, Mike. 45. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
I'm coming. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
He's checking crash.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Great.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking deep for Julio. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Come hustle. 54. Right there. 54.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D. Hey, go. 45. Check 45. All day, just like that. Just like that. 45.
Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch this. Screen. Watch the screen. 54. Mike 54. On the ball. Mike 54.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater.
Let's go, defense.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. back at the 47-yard line. Grady Jarrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long now. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike, 45. I don't think you got it, sir. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Check safety, check safety. Great. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Express! Run you over. I'm going to run you over.
A final shot before the break. Newton looking downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
A try here for the extra point. And it's 21-10. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? but looks like they're ready to go.
Play action. It's Newton. They still can't get it. He may try and run for this. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Hey! Gun. Mike is a 50.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Caught by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Gun.
Now Newton. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface.
Touchdown, Falcons! 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, defense, go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to more there, and it's 3rd down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And some room to work. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Come on, D!
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Newton to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To the air again, Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. throwing. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack, Bridgewater. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. 3 buzz. Right there.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Keith Kirkwood, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Carolina.
first down, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 99. Check 99. Right. Rush in. Rush in.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The 4th down runs look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Check up. Check tight. Check tight.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That's it. I got it. Double tight, guys. Double tight. You got 3.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Ready. Ready. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Atlanta, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future Of that, you can be sure. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles